from a junior developer to a mid-level developer this year. So first of all, what actually separates junior developer from a mid-level developer? For a junior developer, they just really follow instruction closely. They need somebody to help them with most of their tasks. Meaning, if they like do tasks, they still have to like need at least a senior developer or a mid-level developer to help them like review their tasks before they can push to production. They focus more on just okay, let's just make this code to work. Okay, let me just write this code and make it works. Also, they ask, how do I do this? And most time, junior developers just copy code, let's say from Google or from ChatGPT, and they paste like that. Also, their PR also need heavy reviews. That's for a junior developer. But if you want to move to a mid-level developer, they want most of the feature by themselves. They break down they break down complex tasks, meaning for a mid-level developer, it's not just only like two tasks, they break it down into like section by section and they complete the task one after the other. A mid-level developer doesn't really think about just making it work. They think about maintainability and scalability. Okay, is this what the user wants? This is what the user wants. Also, the mid-level developers, they don't also ask, okay, how do we do it? They ask, why are we doing it? What are we doing it? What is the purpose of we doing it? Also, mid-level developers, they write clean code and testable code. And also mid-level developers, their code only need fewer or less listing reviews. Next slide. Now let's move to the technical skills that actually matters in 2026. First of all, Git mastery. If you are a developer or you're into tech, there's no how you have to like have one experience with GitHub, using of GitHub. So that will talk about this mastery. So a junior developer just only masters this Git pull and Git push. But if you want to move to like this thing, a mid-level developer, you have to learn about script base, you have to learn about interactive base, cherry picking, and also fixing bad merges using GitHub. Also, a mid-level for the skills that I also have to move from a junior to a mid-level developer is writing clean code and readability code. Meaning you have to learn how to like name your code with a very good name. Your variables, you have to like how to give it a new variable. Also writing small functions and also avoid like repeating function. Also writing solid basic code too. Also another skills you have to have is debugging like a pro. That's like reading stack traces, using dev tools, and logging smartly. So for you to debug like a pro, you have to learn how to use your this thing, Google, what do you call it, Google console or developers tools on your browser. Just a scroll through. You have to learn how to use console.log to also this thing, to also debug your code. You also have to like learn how to like read your terminal so that you can debug your code. Also, one other skills you must have also is also testing. You know to write unit tests and integrate your tests you get. Also, one other skill you must have is also understanding full stack, which is if you are a front-end developer, you must have at least basic knowledge of back-end developer and API and database. If you're a back-end developer, you have to have like a basic knowledge of front-end. You also have to have a basic knowledge of writing API and how to do database too. Performance basics too. One other skill you must have to is okay, we have how can I make my website or my app faster, which is having knowledge about lazy loading, memorization, avoiding N+1 queries. So we're talking of lazy loading, that's when you have to like okay, make sure okay, how can I make my images load faster? These are the things that slow down this thing, your website or your app. Or how can I just make sure my app or my website just render or loads only once. So these are what we call performance basics. You have to like have knowledge about this to make your web faster. Also, refactoring legacy code. This is safely changing old code without breaking things. Legacy code, we are talking of legacy code, we are talking of old codes, and sometimes old codes can be like bulky, can be long, and can be complex. So you have to learn how to like refactor legacy code, because anytime you want to work with a company, they can assign you to work on an old code. So you have to like, okay, how to like rewrite the code without breaking anything or affecting the code. These are technical skills you have to have before you can be considered as a mid-level developer. Now moving to the mindset and soft skills that get you promoted. First of all, ownership, which is the soft skills you must have. You must be able to like own this. Okay, I got this. I'm going to fix it, and not just somebody who like help me to fix it. That's You have to change your mindset that okay, it's not that someone will just help me to fix it, but okay, I can do this myself. Another mindset or soft skill is asking good question. You may way to like know how to ask the correct question, and also okay, why are we doing this? What is the importance of doing this? What is the benefit impact of what we are doing this? Another mindset is code review. You know, we have to like give code review and also have to like receive feedback too from other people too. Another mindset you have to have to become a mid-level developer is communication. You must be able to actually able to explain yourself freely or communicate freely even where you are in a meeting or you are meeting with your project manager or your CEO. Also, proactivity too is another mindset you have to have, which involve you spotting improvement before being asked. That is like, okay, let's say you're working on your website now as a front-end developer, you get, and you spot, okay, you can add one or two features just to improve the UX. UX means user experience. You can add one or two things that we can improve the user's experience of this website or of this app. It's just like, okay, spot it out and can inform your project manager, okay, let us add this to improve the UX. And also can also improve, okay, if you add this, you can go like you can face this issue. That's mean of proactivity. Also learning how to learn, meaning you have to like able to learn new tools very fast, because while you're on the job, you might be required to learn a new tool within a very short period of time, and you must also be able to like meet up with the deadline. So you must to like learn how to learn new frameworks very fast. And also you must also have to know how to handle pressure, which is delivering before deadline without panicking. So these are the little things, or these are the mindset that your CEO or your project manager notice before they can assume you to be a mid-level developer. So now let's also move to how to use AI to level up. How you can use AI to level up so that you can move from a junior level developer to a senior level developer. First of all, use it for explanation and learning new concepts fast. You must learn how to like use AI to like explain new things or new concepts, not just only copy and go. You can paste it, okay, AI, help me explain this and this, so you can be better understanding. Ask for the best practices or best pattern. Okay, if you want to like create something, can you okay draft out how I can accomplish this thing, the best pattern, best practices I can follow. Also refactor or improve your code. So you can also have to use AI to also listen, improve refactor your code and also make your code more readable. Also debugging too. Yeah, that is one skill you must have as a developer. You must be able to like and you can use AI to also debug your code too. Also, never blindly copy code. I've mentioned this also in my past presentation. You must not just copy your code from AI. You must be able to like understand it. If you don't understand it, give it to AI. It's okay. Let me explain it. Explain this code to me. What does this does? What is this good for? You don't just copy code also. Also, you can also can start with building small projects with AI first. So, because the more you build, the more you learn. And the more you learn faster too. Also track what you learn from AI section. Like anytime you're using AI, you can also like take note of one or two things, one or two new things you learn while using AI. Know that AI is your tutor and not your replacement. Now, now we are moving on to portfolios that screen mid-level developers. What are the things you can improve in your portfolio that will make you show that you are not only a junior developer but a mid-level developer? First thing first, 2 to 3 solid projects. Don't just fill your portfolio with okay, calculator app, weather app. No, 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 no. You don't need to put up like 10 projects in your portfolio. You can put 3, 4 projects in your portfolio, but make sure they are like real life projects. Just like you can put the e-commerce websites or projects that are related that people can relate to real life. Also, show clean code and test plus readme. When we're talking of readme, readme is like a file whereby you write okay about your product. It's only if person doesn't want to like go through your code or just open your website, they can just go to your readme file and they will see it will explain what your project is all about and how you accomplish it. So you need to like able to write a very good readme file. Okay. We also include real features like authentication, API integration, and deployment. So we're talking of authentication, we are talking of projects that have login system, sign-up system, person helps you register, and API integration to and deployment is for you to like deploy online using Vercel or Certify. Also, you can also have live demo or live link to your portfolio too, and also add or include the GitHub link too. Also, bonus contribute to open source also too. Like, there are a lot of open source projects online. You can contribute to them and you can also add them to your portfolio. They will also help you too. Now we are moving to common traps that junior developers falls into. Number one, tutorial error. Watching of tutorial is not the same thing as you learning. Don't say, okay, if you are doing your personal development today, you watch tutorial, tomorrow you watch tutorial, throughout this week you watch tutorial, and you don't practice anything. You are not learning that way. The more you watch, the more you must do. That's the best way you can learn. Also, over relying on AI. If you over rely on AI too much, you will not like get the basics of what you're trying to do. Also, one other common trap that junior developer falls into is fear of asking questions. As a junior developer, you must have this thing of asking your senior developer or people that you know that are ahead of you. Ask them questions. So, okay, how will I go about this? I am stuck. What can I do? What can I do? Chasing new framework is shallow knowledge. You don't just chase new frameworks. Okay, they release this framework, learn, you want to learn it. They release another one, you want to learn. No, pick one framework, study it, master it, then you can have idea about other frameworks. Just in case your work or any of your work will require you like working on other framework, you can just have idea. But you don't just chase all new frameworks like that. Not writing tests. You must be able to like write tests before you put to production. Also ignoring soft skills. You also want to trap junior developers falls into. So the thing is, if you can recognize them early, it will be easier for you to escape from them and become a mid-level developer. So action or things you can do this year to move from a junior level developer to a mid-level developer. Pick 2 or 3 core skills to master, like testing, writing of clean code, like learning more about Git, not just only the Git up or Git push, but other stuff using Git also. Build one real life project like every 2 months. Not project about calculator app. No, no, no. Build real life projects that real life users can use. And trust me, you will learn a lot when you're building real life projects. Do one code review per week. Ask thoughtful question in every team meeting. When you're in team meeting, you can also like ask questions also to also contribute to the meeting. Read one chapter of clean code or similar every week. You can also watch YouTube videos every week. Use AI daily, but make sure you use AI to explain what you're doing and not just copy and paste your code. Track your progress monthly and also know that consistency beats intensity. Start small today. With that, I have come to the end of my presentation. So does anybody have any question? Please, can you also hear me? Let me
Yes,
know
I
if you
can.
can see me. Yeah, so I say I've come to the end of my presentation and I want to know if anybody have any question. But I ask my question.
Okay, please go ahead. We have just 1 minute to end this section because people have to join their
You can
Yeah,
ask
okay.
just one question, just one, so that we can round up.
Okay, so let me just ask this question. I mentioned some traps that junior developers used to fall into. Let me go back so you can see them happen fast. Yeah, common trap that junior developers used to fall into. So, which of these trap do you think you fall into right now, and how can you escape it? Hope my question is clear.
So please call someone. Don't wait because of our time. You can
Okay,
call anyone on the call to answer your question, so we can round up.
okay. Yeah. Good morning, Balikis. Can you hear me? Bankole Balikis, can you hear me?
Yeah, good morning. I can hear you.
Yeah, can you hear me? So I made mention of some traps that junior developers fall into. So which of these traps do you think you fall into, and how can you escape from this trap? Hope you got my question right.
Yes, I got your question.
Yes.
Yeah, you though I'm not a developer, but you said some of the traps that a junior developer fall into is fear of asking questions, which wasted most of their time. And and I think for all of us in the tech space, some of us may like ignore soft skills, which is very, very essential for our growth. So I think it's ignoring soft skills. We want to build more on the hard skills, the technical skills, look looking behind or leaving behind the soft skills like communication skills that you're supposed to learn, which can make you stuck in your career, or communication skills, yes, and collaborating effectively. Most of us ignore that as well. So those are the two things I felt most junior tech people fall into. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you for the answer.
All
Yeah,
right.
because of our time, we have to round up.